Are you struggling to concentrate in a world that feels like it was designed for distraction? Just imagine having a switch you could flip to turn off all that mental clutter and unlock laser-sharp focus. In this video, we're diving deep into the very neuroarchitecture of your brain. I'm going to reveal how you can use cutting-edge principles to engineer unbreakable attention, making distractions a relic of the past, starting right now. Let's talk about the attention economy. In today's hyper-distracted world, your ability to focus is your greatest superpower. It's the new currency. But have you ever stopped to think about how much attention we're actually losing every single day? The numbers are shocking. Studies suggest the average person gets distracted every 40 seconds when working on a computer. Think about that. That constant switching isn't just wasting time. It's draining our mental energy, and that's where we need to understand a critical difference. Most people are just trying to focus. They're using willpower, gritting their teeth, and fighting against the tide of notifications and interruptions. But the real secret isn't about trying harder, it's about engineering your focus. It's about working with your brain's natural systems, not against them. So how do we do that? We start with your brain's inner CEO, the prefrontal cortex, or PFC. This part of your brain, right behind your forehead, is your command center for focus, decision-making, and getting things done. It's what separates you from just reacting to every impulse. When you decide to ignore a notification and stick with your task, that's your PFC at work. The problem is, our modern lifestyle often puts the PFC under immense strain. So, what are some simple, daily ways to actively engage it? One powerful technique is to define your one thing for the day. Before you even open your email, decide what your most important task is. By making a conscious decision upfront, you're priming your PFC for success. Another is the 5-minute rule. If a task takes less than 5 minutes, do it immediately. This trains your PFC to initiate tasks instead of procrastinating. Now, let's bust a huge myth: multitasking. We think we're being productive, but neurologically, our brains can't focus onto complex tasks at once. What we're actually doing is task switching, rapidly bouncing our attention back and forth. This burns through your PFC's energy like a car burning fuel in stop-and-go traffic. It leads to more errors, more stress, and less actual progress. The alternative, single tasking, dedicate a block of time to one and only one task. Close your other tabs, put your phone on silent, and give your PFC the clear runway it needs to perform at its best. You'll be amazed at how much more you accomplish. Next, let's demystify a chemical you've probably heard a lot about: dopamine. It's often called the pleasure molecule, but that's not the full story. When it comes to focus, dopamine is the motivation molecule. It's a reward your brain releases not just when you achieve something, but when you're on the right path, when you're making progress toward a goal. It's the feeling that says, yes, keep going, you're doing it. This is the fuel for sustained attention. However, our digital habits have become silent disruptors of this delicate system. The endless scroll on social media, the constant refreshing of your inbox, the little red notification bubbles, these all provide tiny, unpredictable hits of dopamine. Your brain learns to crave these quick, easy rewards, making it much harder to find the motivation for long-term, deep work, which provides a bigger, more satisfying dopamine release, but only after sustained effort. So how do we optimize our dopamine system for focus? First, stop rewarding distraction. Turn off as many notifications as you can. This is non-negotiable. Second, create a reward system for completing focus blocks. After 90 minutes of deep work, allow yourself a 10-minute break to do something you enjoy. This teaches your brain that focus leads to a predictable, earned reward. Third, break large tasks into smaller milestones. Each time you check off a small part of a larger project, you get a small, healthy release of dopamine that encourages you to keep going. You're essentially creating your own internal motivation loop. Now that we understand the CEO and the fuel, let's build the blueprint for the flow state. This isn't just some buzzword. It is a real neurological state of peak performance where you're so immersed in an activity that the rest of the world just melts away. Time distorts, self-consciousness vanishes, and your productivity goes through the roof. The key to activating flow: finding the sweet spot between challenge and skill. The task can't be so easy that you're bored, and it can't be so hard that you're anxious. It needs to stretch your abilities just a little. Environment is also crucial. You need a space with minimal distractions and clear goals for what you're trying to accomplish. So here's a simple 3-step framework to engineer your own flow states. Step 1. Prepare. Define your task clearly, make sure it's challenging but achievable, and gather everything you need before you start. Eliminate all potential interruptions. This is your sacred time. Step 2. Engage. Start the task and focus on the process, not the outcome. Let go of perfectionism. Your goal is simply to stay with the task. Use a timer like the Pomodoro technique to work in focused bursts of, say, 25 or 50 minutes. This creates a container for your attention. Step 3. Recover. Flow states are mentally intensive. After a deep work session, you need to let your brain rest. Don't just jump into another demanding task. Take a real break, go for a walk, stretch, or just sit quietly. This allows your brain to consolidate what you've learned and recharge for the next round. Finally, let's talk about future-proofing your focus for 2026 and beyond. The principles we've discussed aren't just tricks. They are habits for lifelong cognitive clarity. Integrating these into your daily routine, managing your PFC, optimizing your dopamine, and engineering flow is like going to the gym for your brain. The more you practice, the stronger your focus muscle becomes. Looking ahead, we'll see emerging technologies that will both help and hinder our focus. Virtual reality could create perfectly distraction-free work environments, while other apps will invent new ways to grab our attention. The key will be to remain conscious and intentional about the tools you use. So here is my challenge to you, a personalized 7-day challenge to transform your attention. For the next 7 days, I want you to pick one strategy from this video and apply it consistently. Maybe it's turning off notifications, maybe it's committing to 1 hour of single tasking each day. Or maybe it's breaking down your biggest project into small, dopamine-boosting steps. Choose one, commit to it for a week, and observe the changes in your clarity and productivity. You have the power to redesign your relationship with distraction. You can build a brain that is resilient, focused, and ready for anything. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this valuable, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on mastering your mind. Let me know in the comments which strategy you're going to try for the 7-day challenge. I'll see you in the next one.